12th longest-running Broadway production in history, and now it's back in Minnesota at the Chanhassen Dinner Theater. And better than the clip, this morning we are joined by a couple of cast members from the show, David Darrow and Shad Hanley. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We were saying they picked the two best people to interview for this because we saw the show on Friday, and we are still buzzing about how great the performance was.
Her husband, 30-something guy, knows every lyric.
Every word to all the songs.
I love the music too. And then my date, Leo, director Leo, my wife was out of town, so I brought director Leo. We were thoroughly enjoying every minute of the production, John.
Good.
It was fantastic.
Well, we're glad you were there. Thanks.
Yeah. Congratulations.
And how much fun is it to do a play like this?
It's incredible. I mean, one of the things that's extraordinary about the show is that the play itself, like the scenes, are so well written. It's not. I think the sort of thing about jukebox musicals is that they can just feel like all these pop songs are shoehorned into. And it's not like that. It's such a strong narrative, and you also get all this incredible, like some of the best American pop music ever written. And so
it is the real story of how Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons became a group. And you learn. I think we were all kind of surprised. We knew Frankie Valli was a good guy, but you find out what a stand-up guy he is, too.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of a warts and all production, too. You know, there's mafia connections. There's a lot that went on for these guys.
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci is a part of the story.
Yeah, it's a really fun show, and I think people across generations will realize, like you guys were saying, I know this song. I've heard this song. I'm familiar with this song. So the show opened on Friday. What's the reaction been like so far? Not only from the audience, but from the crew putting it on right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're on stage for almost the whole show, and so it was sort of in rehearsals hard to gauge sort of what it was and how it felt, you know, in the room, and the response from the audience has just been great, and you know, it feels like a rock concert for a lot of the show.
It's been packed, and people are up out of their seats by the end, waving their arms, singing along. It's pretty great.
And it's hard for people to not, I'm sure, sing along during the show. And do you hear sometimes? Will you hear some people sing?
What I hear is shh.
Right from the spouse or the dad saying, hey, let them sing it.
That's so funny.
Do you have a favorite part of what you do in the play? I mean, obviously, you both have pretty powerful characters as a part of the Four Seasons.
I would say, I mean, I think, but like my favorite part of my character is that he's flawed. He's like a totally real human being, and so it's fun to play the darker parts of humanity, and you know, I get to be a kind of a jerk for a lot of the show, which is really fun to do. It's
and he's the coolest guy. It's pretty amazing.
He's fun. He's really fun.
And you guys have a unique relationship, obviously, in the play too. Has that kind of spilled over? I'm sure you've become pals if you weren't pals before.
Yeah. We really got to know each other during this, and our other two stars there, Will Dusek and Sam Stahl.
Who's incredible. Will as Frankie.
Right?
He sounds like Frankie Valli.
Incredible.
And Sam brings so much soul to Bob Gaudio. It's been a really good brotherhood. We hang out. You know, it's a good group of people. We've been having a ball.
Well, you guys are outstanding, and we don't use the term lightly.
No, we both enjoyed the show. I talk about rehearsals because I'm thinking there's so much harmony in all of the music. There are, you know, kind of your dance routines that you do with the music. Was it a lot to bite off and learn for this production?
I would say the hardest thing was putting it all together. Like, I mean, we spent a bunch of days just rehearsing music, and then we would sort of do choreography, and I'm a guitar player, so I was trying to really play, even though I'm not plugged in. And then all of a sudden we had to like put all of it together, and it was like kind of like this kind of thing going on. And it took a while to sort of figure all of it out at the same time.
At the same time, it was a very smooth rehearsal process.
Yeah,
we ended up, you know, everybody came in really prepared, off book, ready to go, and it made the whole thing go really smoothly.
We were saying too, the sets in this production changed so quickly too. You said there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's like a ballet backstage. It's like a whole army of people who just sort of like make the show happen. And the play is written really interestingly, where all the scenes are really short, which is kind of like the movie. And so that's a lot easier to do on film, and so they've figured out, you know, in this production how to make it just sort of seamlessly, you know, blend in and kind of go. It's cool.
Well, unfortunately, we're out of time. We have so many other questions to ask. David and Shad, thanks for being with us. I'm going to predict right now you're going to be held over. It's going to go a few months past where you were supposed to cut off. It's that good.
Thank you.
It's really that good.
If my husband's still out running his mouth around town, he's told everybody that they have to go see it. So you can thank him for that. Jersey Boys is on stage at the Chanhassen Dinner Theater through February 24th.